Hey there, and welcome to another lesson together. So a lot of guitar players are starting to get into the fusion sound, which generally involves incorporating licks with a bit of jazz harmony into our guitar playing. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's a really fresh sound, can really build an element of tension and release into your playing, and it just helps us get out of familiar patterns that we may get stuck into from time to time. A great deal of the fusion licks that you hear are derived from something called the altered scale, and today we're going to check out the altered scale and learn some licks. Remember, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please consider giving us a like, positive comment, or even a subscription to the channel if you're so inclined. Now, if you've ever tried to learn the altered scale before, you've probably found that it's a bit of a handful compared to the standard major and minor and pentatonic scales. It's a bit of a cumbersome scale which has a lot of whole steps in a row, which makes things challenging. I found that when starting out with the altered scale, it's best to either learn some licks or even compose some licks of your own rather than kind of freestyling through the scale. You may find that things get a little tense sounding if you go that route. This first example is going to be kind of a fun linear sort of lick using the altered scale that also incorporates some chromatic passing tones to build even more tension. Let's give it a try. So here I'm kind of ping-ponging down the altered scale using picking and pull-offs. This has some chromatic passing tones in the mix there. And we kind of finish off that last note there, the 4th fret of the G string there, that's kind of ushering in the next chord, which is the A minor. So this B note is like the 9th interval of the tonic chord. This next example is going to incorporate a small sweep as well as some wide stretches and quick position shifts to build lots of tension while hopefully retaining some melody as well. Let's try it out. I know you're probably sick of hearing this type of stuff, but I just wanted to say, as you can see, this channel is sort of in the early stages of growing, and if you like what you're seeing here, please consider dropping us a subscription, a like, or comment. Every little bit really helps a lot. So if you enjoy what you're seeing here, subscribing or commenting, anything simple like that, that's the way that you'll see more of this stuff happen even faster. So I really appreciate, really appreciate everyone who's subscribed to this channel so far. It means a lot, and there's lots more fun stuff coming, so please consider any of those 3 things if you're liking what you're seeing. This one we kind of have sort of a miniature kind of sweep here. This is sneaky as we're descending, using the ring finger to roll over on the 17th frets of the B and G strings. Then the pinky grabs the 18, and then we have the 17th fret. Then we have a quick position shift, and then as we finish ascending with a pentatonic bass bend to finish off. So these next few licks definitely have a little bit of the shredding type of influence to them. This one is going to use the altered scale with some tapping technique involved. There's going to be some really quick position shifts that are a bit challenging, but I think they give this fast run some really cool melody that adds some neat tension over the altered dominant chord. Let's give it a try. This tapping run's pretty challenging, lots of position shifts going on, particularly when you get to the portion on the B string here. So the full thing. The beginning's not so bad, Right when you get to here, where your ring finger's on the 15th fret there, we have a little jump, position shift, where we need to move our pinky to get to the 17th fret of the B string. At least that's the way I fret it. So that's kind of that position shift may prove to be a bit of a challenge, but if you stick with it, it's not too bad. And the tapping sequence kind of continues down the strings. We use hammer-ons from nowhere to get to the next string. It's kind of a Greg Howe type of idea. And then we finish off with some chromatic passing tones to make it back to the A note. This next example uses some rapid economy picking to get some real percussive, sort of aggressive sounds from the altered scale. I'm essentially going down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So you have a little sweep to get to the next string, and then it's the same exact picking technique, just kind of position shifting over to get the second portion of the run there, and then we finish with some more familiar notes in our key of A minor. This last example is quite challenging. It's going to use some descending 2-1-3 ideas, sequencing throughout the altered scale in conjunction with some slides. It's got a real wild sound, and it's a lot of fun to play. Let's check it out. With this one, it's really just kind of one sweeping and picking pattern, sort of repeated across the strings. It's just a matter of catching the position shifts and slides. So, and then from there, it's just kind of a tonic A minor sort of action there. So just slow and steady as she does it, and just try practicing in sections. That'll help you out too. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. Stay tuned. We've got lots more cool stuff coming your way.